Well, from modest requests to seemingly impossible dreams, the Make a Wish Foundation is celebrating more than 500,000 wishes granted, and it's raising funds to grant more. Here to tell us about an upcoming event is Cindy Craig Johnson, Assistant General Counsel at CSX and Board Chair for the Make a Wish Central and Northern Florida region. Good morning, Cindy.
Good morning.
So, how did you get involved in the Make a Wish Foundation in the first place?
I attended an event, Handbags for Happy Hours, which was a women's empowerment fundraising event, and heard from a Wish family. And I was very touched by their story. A child's illness affects not only that child, but their parents, their siblings. And it's so heartwarming to feel how a wish strengthens family bonds, gives them the opportunity to get away from the concerns of hospital treatments and spend quality time together, enjoying something special for all of them.
What was it about that story that moved you in such a way?
At that point, I had young children. I'm blessed by healthy children, but it was unthinkable to imagine as a family and as a parent having to face that sort of hardship and concern, and how you keep your family together and keep those family ties during such a difficult time was very impactful for me.
They are very, heartrending stories often, and, the children are not always at end of life, but they often are, but regardless, they're facing some really dire diagnoses.
Well, childhood cancer rates and other treatments have become so effective that oftentimes we're happy to say that a lot of our wish kids do get through their illness. And in fact, many of them come back as Wish alum and support Make a Wish. It's really wonderful when we have Wish families that come back and give back to the community and to the organization, paying it forward.
And what do you hear from them about how it impacted them when they were at that stage?
Well, I'm so humbled by the stories that we hear from our Wish families. It's very individual for each of them, but without fail, they say that there's so much power to the wish. It helps the child who's coping with an illness get through their treatments because they want to be well and enjoy their wish.
Mm.
It helps their siblings get some attention from their parents and their family because they have time away together.
We often think about how this benefits the kids, but I think that for parents who are watching their kids go through something like this, it must just be immensely rewarding for them to see their kids have an opportunity to just have joy and really, have something that they've been longing for fulfilled.
Absolutely. When you think about how agonizing it must be as a parent to watch your child go through something and be suffering, I know it's so fulfilling for them, and they're so grateful when their wishes are granted.
And so the wishes are not free. And so this is a big fundraising effort. This is an annual walk that the local region does. Can you tell us a little bit about the event that's coming up?
Yes, the event celebrates wishes that have already been granted in our community, at the same time focused on raising funds so that our local Make-A-Wish chapter can continue to grant future wishes. And Walk for Wishes, which is on May 2nd at the Seawalk Pavilion in Jacksonville Beach, is a wonderful family and pet-friendly community event. We'll be joined by Wish families, by volunteers, by local businesses and donors. There's plenty of fun activities, live entertainment, lots of great food choices. This year we have Top Golf joining us. Jacksonville and the Roar of the Jaguars will be there. Art brush or airbrush art and main event. So it's just a fun time for families to get out and get together. And our walk is somewhat distinctive in that it's on a Friday evening. So it's a great way to kick off the weekend with family and friends and enjoy a walk on the beach.
And are people who participate in kind of raising money as a walker with sponsorships? How does that work?
Yes, we have teams of walkers that are coming and raising money. Some are associated with organizations. I have a CSX team coming, and some are just volunteers who are supporters of Make-A-Wish. And then we will have a lot of volunteers there showing people the course and cheering everyone along and making sure that everyone has a great time.
So if people are interested in donating or participating, what's the best way to find out more info?
So you can visit our website, www.jackswalkforwishes.com, And even if you Google Jacksonville Walk for Wishes, I think you'll get to the right place.
Excellent. Well, Cindy Craig Johnson, appreciate the work that you're doing for the organization. And thanks so much for coming on today to tell us about it.
Well, we love the Make a Wish mission and always happy to talk about it and think of ways to increase awareness and support.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.